Phil Knight suddenly woke up. He'd just been having a nightmare where his life had no purpose. Except, it wasn't just a dream. This was his reality. Unsure what to do with his life, Phil went to the University of Oregon, where he studied journalism and developed his interest in running. It was here that he met with the track coach Bill Bowerman, a famous coach in America who trained Olympic athletes. Phil trained under Bowerman as a middle distance runner, and the two men struck up a great friendship. They didn't know it at the time, but that friendship would later become the foundation of the biggest sports company in the world. But we'll get to that. After graduating with a journalism degree in 1959, Phil was still very confused about what to do with his life. Deep down, he'd wanted to become an athlete, but at 24 years old, he had to admit it. The dream was dead. Despite all the lessons and training at college, he just hadn't got to the level needed. And now, he felt lost. Phil even enlisted in the army and completed a year of service, thinking that might give him a sense of direction. It didn't. He was left frustrated and angry. So, after the army, Phil enrolled in the Graduate School of Business at Stanford University, and it was here at Stanford that he finally found his calling. Whilst working on an assignment to invent a new business, Phil had an idea that would change his life forever. On a piece of paper, he wrote, "Can Japanese sports shoes do to German sports shoes what Japanese cameras did to German cameras?" You see, Phil had noticed how two Japanese camera companies, Nikon and Canon, had replaced German cameras in the market, which used to be much more dominant. And he wondered if the same thing could happen with running shoes. Now at the time, two German companies, Adidas and Puma, were the leading running shoe brands in America, and they had a very strong hold of the market. But Phil had heard the Japanese were experimenting with some new shoe designs, and he also knew that it would be cheaper to produce shoes in Japan as well. So Phil got extremely invested in this assignment for his business class, and genuinely started to believe that there was a great business opportunity here to import Japanese shoes into the American market. But when Phil presented this to the class, nobody else seemed to see it that way. He even told some of his friends about the idea, but none of them seemed to pay much attention either. Of course, if Phil did want to actually pursue this idea himself, he knew how difficult it would be. He didn't know anyone in Japan to reach out to, and he knew absolutely nothing about importing Japanese shoes, or even how to sell them in America for that matter. So, could he really just do it?